on, let's go, boy!
Hey, what's going on, folks? It's CJ here, back with another movie review. Going to be talking about the movie Safety. It's an upcoming movie that's going to be dropping on Disney Plus on Friday, and it's directed by Reginald Hudlin, and it stars Jay Reeves as Ray McElrathbey. It's based off a true story of Ray. He was a athlete that played for the Clemson football team, Tigers, and he had a lot of personal issues that was going on in his life that he was going through while he was playing with Clemson that jeopardized his time with Clemson and stuff. And the movie, bucks the trends of what you see in a lot of sports dramas. When I think of sports films and stuff, we've seen various degrees of sports films over the years and such that's based off of true stories and stuff. I know there's a lot, but two off the top of my head is stuff like Glory Road and Remember the Titans, for instance, right? And the thing about those movies is that, when you get these kind of sports bios, there's always a layer of embellishing. It's a layer of adding in certain elements to kind of keep the movie flow and keep the audience engaged in some way, shape, or form. And sometimes it can be good, sometimes it can be bad. I remember watching Remember the Titans and finding out that there was some things in that movie that didn't exactly happen in real life the way the movie portrayed it to be and stuff. And obviously, Hollywood is always going to find ways to kind of, turn things around to kind of, for the sake of telling a narrative and story and stuff. What was interesting about Safety, after watching the movie and then reading up about Ray and what was going on in his life, it was interesting that other than one instance in the movie where there's like a mini subplot where Ray has a love interest and stuff. The rest of the movie is true to form of what Ray was experiencing. Now, obviously, in a movie like this, there's going to be degrees of changes, but the changes in this movie is more for the sake of the plot. So you have moments of comedy. Now, I guess to explain my point. So Ray McElrathbey, he was, like I said, he was a player that played for Clemson football team. He had a scholarship and he went there. His brother came to visit him on campus and stuff, and then he found out that his mom was going through a drug addiction and she was going through rehab, which meant that she wasn't going to be able to hold custody of, Ray's brother, because, she's going through rehab and stuff and there's no be nobody to watch him. So his brother stayed on campus, and which in and of itself is already illegal because you can't have anybody staying on campus with you and stuff. And while his brother was on campus, his brother was going to school, and he was trying to do all that stuff until the jig was up and stuff. Now, eventually Ray ends up getting custody of his brother and has to take care of him, so he ends up getting set up with house off campus housing, and he gets help from the team. Now, if you know anything about college football, the NCAA frowns upon athletes getting help in any way, shape, or form, especially from a monetary standpoint. And in this case, Ray was faced with some issues with the NCAA regarding what was going on with him and his brother. Now, eventually, he was granted exception by the NCAA because of his circumstances and stuff, and he was able to continue taking care of his brother, and his brother's going to school, and he can continue being at Clemson, and he graduated from Clemson and stuff. So, I say all that to say that this film does a really good job of showing the degrees of all the stuff that Ray had to deal with everything. And I have to credit Jay Reeves for really doing a phenomenal job of reaching in and showing that emotion of everything Jay's going through, whether it's, finding out that his brother, is being left home alone and nobody's taking care of him and stuff, whether he's trying to figure out how he's going to take care of his brother and balance, school and football and all that and stuff. And, and Jay does a really good job of showing all those emotions and stuff. And, and like I said, credit to Reggie, credit to the writers and the producers and stuff of that going the way it goes. Because for a film like this, it could have easily been lighthearted with some drama, with the movie sticks you with the drama from top to bottom. And like I said, with the lighthearted moments, it's little things and stuff like when he's trying to sneak his brother onto campus, and montages of when he's helping his brother out and he's doing his football stuff. But past that, when they show the drama, you see it. We see Ray as he's trying to balance schoolwork and being on a football team and still worrying about what's happening and how that's affecting his on-field play. The cinematography from Shane Hubert is really good because we see when we see them playing at Death Valley and stuff, where Clemson plays and stuff, we see some of the scenes where they've shown the football games, and it feels like you're actually in the stadium and stuff. It doesn't feel like it's just, oh, it's all fake. No, it feels very real and very lived in it, and it works in that way. And going back to my original point about this film, everything from beginning to end, it bucks all conventional stuff that we see in these kind of biographical sports dramas and stuff, which I think is really good, because on the surface you see the poster for safety like inspired by a true story, but then, like I said, when you watch the film and then what happened with Ray in real life, you really walk away from this film really appreciating that they kept everything straight with this. They didn't embellish anything. And I know I'm really emphasizing that a lot, but that really means a lot to me in a way, because it's not to say that other movies, it takes me out when they embellish certain things, but I also know that sometimes a lot of studios tend to embellish things that kind of make the movie work. And I'm glad that in this instance, I don't know who to thank for that, but they kept the basis of what happened with Ray in line, and it just makes it work as a movie overall. So I would say overall, if you go into this film, you're going to definitely enjoy it. If I had to give it a grade, I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. It's a solid family film movie and stuff. It's a solid sports drama movie. You'll definitely enjoy it. And I would think, if anything, it will make you more interested in seeing what Ray is doing right now. Because I think the point of contention with this movie that I thought was interesting is showing, I think they kind of, I felt in a way, given what we know about the NCAA now and how they treat student athletes and stuff, it was kind of interesting knowing that in this instance they had a change of heart in how they approached Ray's scenario, and it makes you wonder in a way, can the NCAA change their mind up about a lot of stuff? And I think, as far as I know, they have, but they could do better. But that's a different conversation altogether. But at any rate, like I said, it's 8 out of 10. Solid movie. You'll enjoy it. It's out on Disney. It's gonna be out on Disney Plus on Friday. Definitely check it out. And yeah, I will catch you guys later. Peace.
That boy is Benny Hanna.